Friends, if you are really interested to improve your word power, you need to tune into such channels where they provide new words, phrases, collocations, idioms every day. And this is one of such kinds of channels where you will find new words, new expressions, collocations, idioms, different sort of grammatical aspects every day. And today I am going to talk about three important phrases. Yes, three important phrases. Maybe you might have seen that, but you don't know that they are such important as we are going to discuss here. Those phrases are known as multi-word subordinating conjunctions. Have you listened to these terms, multi-word subordinating conjunctions? Just listen to that. What does it mean? Multi-word subordinating conjunctions. Yes, multi-word concessive subordinating conjunctions, multi-word conditional subordinating conjunctions, multi-word causal subordinating conjunctions. If you ask these terms to somebody else, maybe that person is going to be confused. Yeah, let's start. So, what are those words? I will give you three such words. They are given that, granted that, provided that. Do you know the meaning? Yes, you may know the meaning of the phrases, that is provided that, because that is there. Let's discuss it. Yes, the past phrase is given that. Given that, this is not the given, the meaning that we usually think of. Given that is a conjunctional phrase. It's a conjunction. It's a subordinating conjunctions. It's a multi-word subordinating conjunctions. And because given that is used to state certain kinds of reason, it means given that is meant as because, considering that, in view of that, since, as. So it is known as causal conjunctions. It is because it constitutes two words. It is considered to be a multi-word. So multi-word causal subordinating conjunctions. You can use that. Given that can be used in the meaning of because. We can have a sentence like, given that it is raining outside, I am not going to college today. Given that he is poor, he is not able to sustain the higher fees in the educational institution, in the private education. Given that he is reading day in and day out, he secured more than 90% of marks. Given that is used in the meaning of because or since. It can be used in the meaning of in as much as. It can be used in the meaning of in view of that. It can be used in the meaning of as, since. So now you can know that. And one more important thing is that you can use it without that also. Given it is raining heavily outside, I am not going to my office. So here this given can be replaced by because. So you can use given just on its own without using that, or you can use given that. When you use given that, it's a multi-word causal subordinating conjunctions. When you use given that, it's a multi-word causal subordinating conjunction or multi-word subordinating conjunctions. But when you use simply given, you cannot term it as multi-word because there is just one word. So you know now the meaning of the word given that. Now let's come to the next word, granted that. I have talked about it in the yesterday videos. The word is granted that. Granted that means, granted that means although. Granted that means much as. Though. It means admitting that. It means notwithstanding that. So when it comes to granted that means although. Granted that he is not reading at all at home, he secured more than 95% of marks. It's quite startling. when you are not reading at all and you secure 95% of marks is startling. It seems a kind of concessions or the contrast. Contrast in the sense that you can use it in the meaning of though, although, even if, much as, however much. But one important thing is that it is basically used in the formal or the semi-formal situation. But you should know how to use that. Granted, that means although, though, much as, however much, even though, even if. So this is also a multi-word concessive subordinating conjunction, concessive or contrast subordinating conjunctions. So you can use that in different way also. You can use it without that also. But when you use without that, you cannot call it multi-word. Yes, multi-word concessive conjunction, concessive subordinating conjunction is the word like granted that, admitting that, and you can use them without that also. So this is the second word. The next is provided that. Perhaps you know that we use provided that in day-to-day life also. Provided that can be termed as multi-word conditional subordinating conjunctions. It can replace if. It can replace the conditions like had we worked hard, we would have passed the examination. Here in this case you can use provided that also. Provided that we had worked hard, we would have passed the examination. Here it replaced if. Provided that can be also used without that. So here in these videos you learn 3 important conjunctions, 3 cohesive devices, 3 multi-word subordinating conjunctions, and how that multi-word subordinating conjunctions can be also used on its own. So those words are, as I mentioned, given that or given, granted that or simply granted, provided that or simply provided. So if you want such words every day with examples, with different explanations, just tune into this channel. Thank you very much.